Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode 112. If you are writing a book or thinking about it or trying to finish the book that you've already started writing, you are in the right place. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. Online, I'm Christine Inc., I-N-K, Christine-Inc.com. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your author's success: writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's inspirational quote. At the end of the day, your ability to connect with your readers comes down to how you make them feel. Benjamin J. Carey. Today, let's talk about productivity. Doing that yesterday and today, various productivity things. Yesterday's episode 111, if you want to look it up. And here's something that I do periodically that helps me with the where do I find time to write my book issue that we all face because, life. I call it a time audit, and it helps me find pockets of time that maybe I wasn't seeing before, because it's super easy to get into kind of, day-to-day life, especially in stressful life situations where we kind of think we know where we're spending our time, but because we're in a forest for the trees situation and being unable to see either, we're sometimes missing some key information and some key opportunities. So a time audit is exactly what it sounds like, where you track everything you do for each hour of the day for a whole week. Now, this isn't to add work to your plate, so you don't need to write it in detail. Just literally jot down a few words. So don't add something to your plate that is unnecessary by overcomplicating this task. Just jot down every hour, or even just for blocks of hours at a time. Just keep track of what you do. Really, the whole point is to shift your awareness to how you're spending your time. And having a little worksheet where you're writing it down, that definitely helps shift your awareness. So then at the end of the week, put your worksheet under the microscope, an honest microscope like an editor would. The editors, they say, kill your babies, like the editing adage about, I think it was J.K. Rowling that said that, kill your main character. So that same level of honesty. So not just looking at what you did, how you spent your time, but evaluating things like the why. So look at the activities that you spent your time on. How important is it to you? What maybe can be delegated? What can be put off? Here's something I'm a big fan of. Which tasks can be put in groups together or resequenced for the sake of efficiency? So maybe you're seeing, something that you did, several different times of day over the last few days, and, this task here, this task there. What if I group them together? They're kind of similar. They're in the same location. Why don't I do those together instead of on 3 separate days? So really pay attention to the sequencing of, the activities of where you spent your time. And this has a lot to do with how your brain works and having that kind of awareness. Because for some people, big task, little task, big task, little task creates maximum efficiency. For others, that kind of sequence is a speed killer and takes their concentration in and out of the zone too much. So they need to just have big task, big task, big task, maybe for like the whole first half of the day, and then a series of related little tasks at the end of the day. So really look at that sequencing, and just have some awareness of the productivity patterns that work best for you. So you might even experiment. You might not know right now whether big task, little task, big task, or big, 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 big. You might actually not know what is best for your brain. So play around a little bit and find out, because your brain, it knows what it's doing. You just have to be aware of how it wants to work. So looking at your list, and I just make up a simple kind of Microsoft Word worksheet of, what did I do? When did I do it? Look at what, why, and in what order. Obviously, there are things in life that are at fixed times, like appointments and, responsibilities that we have in life. But look at the other ones that are not at fixed times and see if they're in the optimal place on your schedule. Whether it's you're a morning person or evening person, things like that. I like to think, I'm always aware of how I spend my time, but literally whenever I do a time audit, even after all these years, I find at least one little thing, at least one, that somehow slipped outside of my daily awareness. And I go, oh my God, how did I not know that, that needs to be moved over there? Or why am I even doing that? Things like that. So that is today's tip of the day for productivity, and finding that elusive extra time in your schedule is a time audit. And let me know how it works. I'd love for you to join my Inc. Authors group on Facebook. Go ahead and pop in. and say, hey, I listened to your time audit episode and I did it, and here's what I found. And I'm sure the other authors in my group would love to hear your results as well. Ink Authors, INK, on Facebook. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And if you know someone who wants to do the same, please share this with them. Until tomorrow, happy writing.